Hello and good morning. This is Zahura with another daily outlook video. I'm here to see what happened yesterday in the market, what is happening at the moment, and what is our expectations from today's financial market. As you know, yesterday everything was about Mr. Powell's hearing for his renomination for Fed. Mr. Powell was his comments kind of the market was focusing on his comments while before him other Fed Reserve also had speeches and also during his testimony in the Senate we had some other FOMC members speech as well. Most of the Fed speakers yesterday and the day before that on Monday, most of them they were talking about the faster rate hike, about that the economy do not need any more help and we can go faster, much faster to the tightening through the tightening policies. Even some of the members they were talking about the possibility of four rate hikes. But yesterday, while Mr. Pauls were speaking, he kind of admit that we do not need to be in hurry. We may stay for a little bit longer time with low interest rates to get this to deliver the benefits of this economic improvement to all, even the minorities. Because as you know, the level of the unemployment rate is 3.9% in overall, but Afro-Americans unemployment level is 7.1%. For example, that was the example to say that what is the difference right now this between the minorities and the overall overall view on the society. That's the next chart as you can see here. After these speeches, the market risk fell down as the market do not count on much faster rate hikes, which caused the risk to fall down. Sorry, and send the US dollar to a 6 weeks low, as you can see here. But still, the US dollar holding this level of 95.50 level. But yesterday, with these speeches, market saw the US dollar in its 6 weeks low level. But how far it can go, it's under question. I do not personally think that we can see the US dollar much lower from this level, and most probably we can see the bulls can start their job, can start their work from here. But however, technically, it is in a very dangerous level, and the RSI right now is under 50 at 40, which means that in a daily chart, the bulls have enough power to go forward. But this is what I see. This level 95.50 is very strong support here. Let's see that the market can breach or not. But fundamentally, I can say that especially with today's inflation number, you know that today we have CPI numbers. If today's CPI numbers become more than 7 especially, we can see the US dollar to jump so fast from here, because any numbers especially above 7% today for the inflation number can be the strong support for US dollar, and send the stock markets that they were increasing yesterday, send them to much lower levels. This is very important to see. Yesterday, based on this kind of dovish tones or less hawkish tones than expected of Mr. Powell, caused the bulls. Helped the bulls to increase again. But as I told, today the market will be today and tomorrow. Actually, today is the inflation number, consumers inflation numbers, and tomorrow is we have the producers PPI producers inflation numbers. CPI and PPI today and tomorrow will be very important. We have to see where the inflation goes. Because whatever the Fed member says is a different, and what is the reality in the underground, that's totally different thing. That investors mostly they are not looking at what our official says. They are looking at the ground and see what we have at the ground, what's going on in a reality. Same thing with the Nasdaq. You know, the Nasdaq was Nasdaq was increasing much faster than others, as and this tone can totally, this tone that we had from Federal Reserve totally can support can support the Nasdaq much lower as look at the bond deals. Then you want to see what is going on with the Nasdaq. One of the things that you need, one of the factors that you need to follow is the bond yields. Yesterday, bond yields fell down to 71.73% from earlier almost 1.80%. This falling down of the U.S. 10 years bond yields helped the Nasdaq also to TISH stocks also to increase because yesterday the TISH stocks they were the best. They had the best kind of performance. I mean, the best performance of one of the best performance of yesterday. And generally, we can say that tech stocks they were good. AMD, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Tesla, Facebook, Amazon, all of them they were great and they were increasing very fine, very great. Yeah, they were not the most gaining, but they had the most actives. They were the most active stocks with more than 2%. Yeah, generally with more than 2% increase. This is what happened in the stock market yesterday. As I told today, today the market will be focused on the inflation numbers from the United States. Actually, we shouldn't forget about the inflation number of the Chinese inflation number as well. Earlier today, let's go Tuesday. This is Wednesday here. Earlier today, we had the Chinese inflation number. The Chinese inflation number and the oil. Let's go. Let's see the Chinese inflation number and the oil chart together. Chinese inflation number, and yeah, we had the API reports as well. I will go through all of them. Then I'm going to the oil chart. Let's go first to the oil chart. Here we go. Oil. This is gold. Oh, I forget about talk about the gold. I will talk about that. Let's go see the oil step by step. Okay, this is the oil chart. As you can see, oil is again US oil is above $80 and Brent oil is above $83, almost 84. Okay, let's talk about the US oil. Doesn't matter. Inflation numbers in China earlier today confirmed that the inflation in China increased much lower than expected. So, which it means for the inflation in December was in yearly base was 1.5% increase, and generally year over year, if we talk about the year over year of the production, so inflation increased 1.5%, decreased from 2.3% of from November. In December was 1.5%, amazing number for Chinese People Bank of China, which confirming that they can still continue this their dovish policies with not much worries about the market reactions in the market. Producers inflation numbers also yesterday we had from China and confirmed that 10.3% down from 12.9%. Amazing numbers. At the same time today, last night we had the API data, American Petroleum Institute data from crude oil inventories. These crude oil inventories means that the published data means that crude oil inventories decreased much lower than expected. It means that we have more inventories in the market, which could stop a little bit. I mean, when the bulls they were increasing, stop the bulls. But the good numbers from the China can support because these numbers means that the Chinese People Bank of the China can continue its dovish policies, which it means a positive for the stock markets, for China's stock market, for Chinese companies, and increase the oil demand. About the gold, falling bond yields has helped the tech stocks, helping the gold as well. On the other hand, we had we had a weak US dollar, and this weak US dollar helped the gold to increase as well. But golds have some signals that in the long term it is kind of changing the trend to the uptrend, to the slow and soft uptrend. I'm saying the soft because today and tomorrow most probably we are waiting for stronger US dollar, especially if I told depends on the inflation numbers, but mostly the market expecting the stronger US dollar with the inflation numbers. Therefore, gold bulls can be limited, but generally we are in an uptrend. This is the general in the gold and stock markets. In the currency market, yesterday with the weaker US dollar, Euro USD could increase and Euro could be a little bit stronger against US dollar, but still we are under 1.14, and the market is in the side movement with a little bit. Yeah, still in the side movement. I cannot say that it's still because between 1.3020 and 1.1320 and 1.1420, we are in a side movement. Pound continuing its uptrend, soft uptrend for the pound, GBP USD for the cable is expected for next 1 2 months. USD, JPY, yen. Well, yeah, we have the US dollar weaker, but at the same time we have the weaker yen as well because less demand for its safe haven mood. With the weaker US dollar yesterday, Bitcoin could increase a little bit, but it was the reason of the weaker US dollar. It was not the reason of something about the, Bitcoin. Still, a Bitcoin continuing its uh, negative or bearish uh, bearish tone, and we can see that this bearish tone can continue, and we can see that the market still can count on lower levels. This is about the Bitcoin. We don't see any evidence that things changed. About the Ripple, the first resistance sits at 82 cents, and after 82 cents is 92 cents, and generally still we don't see the changes in Ripple as well, same as Ethereum. Just with the weaker US dollar, they increase a little bit, but it doesn't mean that the market changed anything because we don't have any signal or any news or any data in the market that this data or this data can change the market tone or market expectation. This is the general what is going on here, and this is the general expectations from the market. Take care about your trades, and do not forget about the main events, which is the main event, which is the inflation numbers in the United States and crude oil inventory levels reports from the EIA. Uh, okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video and hope it was useful for you. See you guys again tomorrow. Bye bye.